Hi, moms and dads. It's Dr. Nicole here with another family-friendly tech tip. Holiday shopping season is upon us, and that means that all of us who have kids in our lives are getting wish lists of things that these kids would like to receive. And while there's lots of things that kids may ask for, electronics focused gifts tend to be something that is featured on kids' lists these days, especially our elementary through high school age kids. And while getting kids gifts like video games, tablets, smartphones, things like that can certainly be appropriate, we want to be able to find a balance in the kinds of gifts that we give kids. We know that the research continues to show that overuse of screen time, overuse of devices has really negative effects on kids' brain development, on their learning, on their behavior, and even their physical health and functioning. We also want to show kids that a balance of activities is important, that there's all kinds of things that they can spend their time doing and enjoy besides just screen time focused activities. And gift giving is an opportunity to show them what we value as well, that we value them being well-rounded people and having lots of interests and things to pursue. So it can be easy to shop for non-electronics kinds of gifts for little kids. Lots of toys and games and things out there makes it easy to shop for them. But I find that parents struggle more with the elementary through high school age kids. So I thought I would share some non-screen time kinds of gifts that you could get for kids in those age groups. The first thing is craft kits and crafting kinds of materials. Even kids who don't consider themselves artsy really like to engage in creative kinds of projects and activities. So even basic things like sidewalk chalk, paints, a cool set of markers, colored pencils, give them paper, pads to draw with, sticker books, all those kinds of things. I also think a great idea is mindfulness coloring books. And they make these now even for older kids and adults. This is one with mandalas. This is one for younger kids with animals. And these promote just calm, quiet, mindful kinds of coloring, and lots of kids that I see, and even my own children at home, really get into those. So that's another idea. And you can do things like origami sets, clay, all that kind of thing. Kids love that. Then you can think about games, and classic board games are a great choice. Card games, games that don't require apps or screens are what we're talking about here. Here's a favorite at my house and at our clinic. Doodle dice is a fun one for kids 6 and up. Families can play this together. Kids love playing that in groups. Then you can do any of the kinds of games that are out there that are appropriate for a child's age. But I also wanted to highlight that there are games that kids can play independently. Sometimes parents say, well, I don't always have time to play a game with my child, or there's not people around to play with them. Well, there's independent games. This one is called Rush Hour. It's a thinking and strategy game that lots of kids really love once they are exposed to that, and lots of games like that that kids can do by themselves. So think about that in terms of games. Movement-oriented gifts, bikes, scooters, small portable trampolines, skateboards, a pull-up bar. One of my boys got a pull-up bar a few years ago for Christmas. That has become one of the most used gifts by the people in our house. So think about gifts that can promote physical activity and movement. Another thing that people often don't think about is that older kids, from maybe older elementary through high school, really enjoy some things to kind of snazz up their bedroom. So some fun fairy lights or lighting to hang around, a cool lamp. They make wall art stickers now that kids can reposition and move around. A fun beanbag chair, or a storage unit, or things that they can decorate their room with or enjoy using in their own space can be a great gift. We've got things like building types of activities. So, classics like blocks, Legos, those kinds of things, but also wanted to highlight a favorite, again, at my house and at the clinic, snap circuits and things like this that kids can use to follow the instructions, build and put projects or buildings together, but they can also use their own imagination and creativity to come up with projects and to make. That can keep kids busy for hours and is so good for boosting all kinds of elements of brain function. And then we've got other kinds of tabletop activities, like these are some pop beads that kids can string together and make all kinds of designs. There's lots of kits and things like this that kids of all ages enjoy. And don't forget about the gift of experiences. Things like movie tickets, concert tickets, taking a child to the zoo or to a museum, or even giving them a handmade gift certificate you're going to take them out to lunch and then maybe go to a bookstore so they can pick out some books. Make it a togetherness focused outing, an experience that they can have, and that really keeps the season going for kids long past when the gifts are open, because they get to take advantage of those things later on. And then there are gifts of giving back to others, allowing children to choose an animal, for example, from the Heifer International catalog that will be donated in their name to a family in need across the globe. World Vision, several companies that do that, and especially older kids find that really meaningful and fun to pick those out. So I hope that this helps you give the kids in your life some great gifts this year, creating better balance of screen time and non-screen time activities, and help you feel good about giving them things that will support their health and development. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back next time with another family-friendly tech tip.